The Curse of the Wendigo, A Tale of Whisper, Pine Forest. Whisper Pine Forest, cloaked in eternal twilight and shrouded in a veil of icy whispers, was a place of unsolved mysteries and dark legends. Among these, the most feared was the Curse of the Wendigo, a creature born from the darkest depths of winter's heart, manifesting the raw, primal hunger that drove men to madness. In the quaint town bordering the forest, tales of the Wendigo were passed down through generations, a warning to respect the fragile balance between nature and humanity. The creature was said to be a corrupted spirit, once a man who, driven by desperate hunger during a relentless winter, consumed human flesh and transformed into a monstrous entity, forever craving more. Ethan, a young and ambitious cryptozoologist with a penchant for the supernatural, was drawn to Whisper Pine by these tales. Accompanied by a group of college friends, Sarah the skeptic, Jake the adrenaline junkie, and Mia, the folklore enthusiast, they embarked on a winter expedition to uncover the truth behind the legend. As they ventured into the forest, the trees stood like silent sentinels, their branches heavy with snow, the silence punctuated only by the crunch of their footsteps. The deeper they went, the more the forest seemed to close in around them, the daylight fading, swallowed by the thick canopy above. Setting up camp as night descended, the group felt the oppressive weight of the forest's gaze. The campfire's flickering light cast eerie shadows, and the cold seeped into their bones. Ethan, eager to prove the myths true, convinced the group to explore the nearby woods, where sightings of the Wendigo were most frequent. Armed with cameras, flashlights, and a sense of foreboding, they tread carefully through the snow-covered underbrush. Jake joked about the Wendigo to hide his growing fear, while Mia recited passages from her research detailing the Wendigo's characteristics. Its gaunt, towering figure, with eyes burning like coals and antlers that scraped the sky. Suddenly, a piercing howl shattered the silence, echoing through the trees, its source unseen. The group froze, the sound chilling them to the core. Sarah, the rational one, insisted it was just a wolf, but the dread in her eyes told a different story. Pressing on, they found themselves at the mouth of a cave, half hidden by snowdrifts and ivy. The howl seemed to emanate from its depths. Ethan, driven by a mix of fear and fascination, led the way inside, the light from their flashlights revealing ancient cave paintings depicting the Wendigo, a towering figure, part man, part beast, surrounded by bowed figures, possibly worshippers or victims. As they delved deeper, the air grew colder and their breaths turned to mist. The cave narrowed, forcing them to proceed in single file. Suddenly, the narrow passage opened into a large, ice-covered chamber. In its center stood a statue, an effigy of the Wendigo, crafted from twisted branches and animal bones, its eyes hollow sockets that seemed to follow their every move. It was here, in the heart of the Wendigo's domain, that the legend became terrifyingly real. A gust of icy wind extinguished their flashlights, plunging them into darkness. In the blackness, they heard the scrape of bone on stone and the soft whisper of footfalls on snow. The Wendigo was no longer just a story. It was there, with them, its breath a frosty mist on their necks. In a panic, they scrambled for the cave entrance, the sounds of their pursuer close behind. They emerged into the night, the forest now a labyrinth of shadows and fear. One by one, they were hunted through the snowy expanse, the Wendigo relentless in its pursuit. Ethan, separated from the others, stumbled upon a clearing where the creature, in all its horrific glory, confronted him. With its towering, emaciated frame, antlered silhouette against the moonlight, and eyes glowing with an insatiable hunger. The Wendigo was the embodiment of the forest's darkest folklore. In his last moments, Ethan understood the true nature of the curse. It was not just the transformation of man into monster, but the awakening of the primal, insatiable hunger that lies dormant within us all. His camera, still recording, captured the final chilling charge of the Wendigo, before falling to the snow. Its lens cracked, framing a last image of the creature's haunting, pitiless gaze. When search parties found the campsite days later, there was no sign of the group, just scattered equipment and Ethan's camera. The footage was unsettling, a blend of mundane camping and the palpable terror of their final hours.